Hi, everybody. So my son broke his arm 2 weeks ago. And there's been a lot of lessons, right? I'm looking every single day. I'm looking for lessons. I'm looking for what can I learn? What can I share? What can help other people? What can help me? Especially with failure, mistakes, and challenges. I'm looking for, what can I learn? What was this meant to teach me? So he broke his arm and he's 11 years old. So he's in middle school, sixth grade, and he broke his arm in gym. He slipped on some water. They call it gaga ball in this pit that they're, jumping around playing. And so he slipped and fell. And, when I got to him, in the ER, he was this wailing, this cry, this I never heard anything that sounded so horrible. I knew that he felt terrible. My husband was saying how bad his arm looked and everything. I couldn't tell anything, but he did break his arm, and it's just been an humbling experience. We take for granted that it takes two hands to do a lot of things, and so he broke his right arm, which is his dominant arm. He writes with his right arm, with his right hand, and so he's learning how to write with his left hand. But he can't open a milk carton or a juice, or he can't put his seatbelt on. He has to have somebody put the toothpaste on a toothbrush, and wetting a towel to wash. It's all these different things that he's not able to do for himself, that he's counting on somebody else. Somebody else has to carry his backpack and help him with his lunch, and us, we cut his food for his dinner. And so we take for granted these things that we do every single day, expecting to be able to do them every day. But it's humbling because this is my kid, and I want to show him the love and compassion and grace through this, 4 months, 3 months, 4 months that it'll take for him to heal. And, I pray that God will bless him with people in his life, especially at school, that will show him the same grace and love, compassion, because I know it can be hard, right? Every single day you're carrying somebody's backpack. Every single day you're helping them open their juice, their Lunchable, whatever it is he has for lunch. Somebody's there to help him, taking notes, giving him a filled out sheet with a study guide because he can't write it, or he can't write it fast because he's writing with his left hand. But it's humbling. First of all, I'm thankful that I have two hands, right? Two arms, two legs, two kidneys, two lungs, two ears, two eyes, a nose. You start thinking about, thank you, God, for all these things that for all these years I've taken for granted. I assumed that I was going to wake up every single day and have these things, these, resources, these things that he gave me, these body limbs, these body systems every single day to work like they're supposed to work. And I was going to be fine. And so it just makes you grateful. It makes you so grateful that you have these, the activity of your limbs, but also that, humble that you can be there and take care of your own kid, with love and compassion, and, with a good attitude, with, just humility, just knowing that somebody's counting on you, right? And so when my grandmother was sick with pancreatic cancer, she lived for 18 months, and I didn't realize how important it is to have, when someone is sick, your job is to serve them, right? Your job is to make their life easier, to be there, to love them, and be present. And so I failed in every regard, right? Because I was busy. I was working on my master's or PhD, I'm not sure which one, but I wasn't present, and even though God allowed us to have that time, the 18 months, I still wasn't present. And I think sometimes we forget about when someone, our loved one or anybody's sick, our job is to serve them, to be present, to be available, to show them this love and compassion. And we never know when the table's going to turn, right? We never know when someone's going to take care of our loved one, or if we're going to have to take care of a loved one, or a loved one's going to take care of us. So you want to have a good attitude. You want to always be thinking about being gracious and mercy. Mercy. You don't know what's going to happen, right? And we have these hard days. We're exhausted. Serving people can be exhausting, right? But you want to make sure that you're doing it with a good attitude, with, good intentions, always trying to do it to the best of your ability. And then praying for strength, because caretakers are exhausted, right? They can be exhausted, always serving, always showing up to serve somebody else. But just something to be thinking about, to be grateful for whatever state you're in. It could be worse, right? And when we get the opportunity to take care of somebody who is ill, it is an honor and a privilege that God saw fit that we will be there to serve this person, and that we want to do it to the best of our ability, with the best attitude, with love and compassion. And so I hope you think about this if you're put in this position, that how how it is an honor to serve somebody, how it's an honor to be able to help somebody to make their lives better or easier during this time of illness or whatever it is. But just something to be thinking about as we go about our lives. Sometimes we neglect the fact that it could be us. Just like that, it could be us. And so we want to make sure that we're doing things with the spirit of excellence. And so I hope this will help you. If this is a position that you're in right now, if this is a position that you find yourself in the future, that you'll do it with a good attitude.